Fam, what's good with you? What is good, everybody? Happy Monday. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Salute. Shanna, what's good, sis? What is good? Gina versus Gina, the two best mods in the building. Tatted Cops, my God, what's good? X Factor 14, go mob. Go mob. Yogi from Puerto Rico. Hey, what's happening, fam? What is good with you? Who else we got in the chat? Mr. BS. What's good, fam? Black King 9. Salute. Salute. Tactical Chef in the building. Sassy is in the building. What's good, sis? Look, we'll give everybody some time to filter in. I think this one's going to be a good one. I think this one is going to be a good one. Let me get all of my stuff situated up on her. That there. That there. All right. All right. So, Lonnie Nellen, salute. What's good, fam? Strategic work. What's good? CG Siege is in the building. Like I said, happy Monday, everybody. So this should be a good one. We're going to talk about SHOT Show. So look, fam, back in the day, when I first started going to SHOT Show, I used to do like a ton of stuff on my YouTube channel. And every day I would do a drop like SHOT Show Day 1, SHOT Show Day 2, SHOT Show Day 3. And it was, look, as a single guy who is doing all the things, who's in front of the camera, behind the camera, the interviewer, the editor, the producer, all of that, it just got to be a lot, fam. And so I kind of just really started doing shorts and stuff like that from SHOT Show, and I'll be continuing to drop stuff between over the next couple of weeks, probably on takeaways from SHOT Show. But I wasn't live streaming back in the day. So I figured, I would take a live stream to talk about kind of the major, I'll go over kind of my top 10 guns from SHOT Show. And then I'm going to talk about some of the ones that I felt were misses as well. The Druckus, what's good? I did get a chance to check out the Dragon, and we will definitely talk about that a little bit tonight. Major Havoc, salute. What's good, fam? What is good? And so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Now, look, before we get going, we got some giveaways today. And I'll be doing that towards the end of the live. Not sure how long we're going to go. Look, fam, today's been a day. Today has been one of those days. So, we'll see how long your boy can hang in there. But we're going to do 2 giveaways today. The first giveaway is going to be this Reptilla mount redone by my guys over at Clutch. So we'll be giving that away. So stand by. And of course, we will include a 2A NLA patch and keychain. Oh, hold on one cotton picking minute. In addition to the patch and the keychain, your boy is going to be giving away the Gun Snob stickers. All right? Holla at your boy with the Gun Snob sticker. So look, if you guys haven't already voted for your boy, if you go to, I am nominated for Gun Snob of the Year at the regular meetup awards, regular gun guy awards. So go over to aregulargunguy.com and vote for your boy. If I could get Shanna or Gina to drop down the link in the description, I would appreciate your support. 100%. Jace, what's good, fam? What is good? Thank you, Siege. Thank you. No doubt. How we do it, you know what I'm saying? All good. So look, so we're gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be giving away. Let me see if I can get there. We go. The Olight Osight C optic. And so I did a full review on this optic. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But we'll be giving away that. Now, the first one, the Reptilla, anybody is eligible for that. Anybody can join in that. The Osight, you have to be a member. And so if you're not a member, fam, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all know your boy gives some of the dopest giveaways on YouTube in the 2A space. So make sure you are a member of the channel. It's only $2.99 a month, practically free. 2A veteran 77. Salute. What's good, fam? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. All right, let's get into this, right? Let's burn a girl. What's good? Let's get into it, fam. So look, let's go over the 10 guns that really left a lasting impression for me at SHOT Show. And this is in no particular order. We can just kind of talk through them. First of all, let me just tell you about my SHOT Show experience. So I only went for a few days this year. I went Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Came back Thursday. And it was good, fam. It was just enough. Second of all, I still got the SHOT Show flu. I can't, every time I go to SHOT Show, I come home sick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. My immune system is no match for the germs at SHOT Show, apparently. Mine and a lot of other people's for that matter, because a lot of people get sick at SHOT Show. But whatever, I'm on the other side of it now, so we back in the swing. But I had a lot of meetings at SHOT Show this year, but they were very kind of targeted. I don't do the thing, fam. I said RGG in the building. I said this about SHOT Show before, and man, it's good RGG is here because look, my very first SHOT Show was RGG's very first SHOT Show. And me and RGG has kind of shared this in the past. Like when you go to SHOT Show for the very first time, I think it's hard to imagine the size and scope of SHOT Show. I've been to a ton of trade shows in my lifetime, a lot of stuff based on my career, right? SHOT Show is by far the biggest trade show I've ever been to. Over 3,500 exhibitors, thousands and thousands and thousands of attendees, takes up every single ballroom in the Venetian and Caesars. It's massive. And when you first go, Drucker said it was very overwhelming for me. Look, don't feel bad, bro. Don't feel bad. Like I said, my first time, I was all over the place. And when you first go, you want to see everything. You want to see all the things. And if you're somebody like me who creates content and RGG who creates content, not only do you want to see all the things, you got to record all the things, right? And then, so it was a lot. Now, I really try to narrow in my scope. I really try to focus on the things that are specific to my channel, my business, right? And so a lot of that I was able to do in a much more abbreviated stay. You know, I didn't feel like I needed to be there 6 days. You know, I felt like 3 days, I was good. I was ready to go home and sleep in my bed. But I had a blast. I had a really good time. I had dinner with the guys at Covert, with Don from Venom, with Pat Rafferty. We got to hang out. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys see I posted a lot of those pictures. I got to hang out with the guys I got to deliver a lot of the Heat Check Awards in person. So I got to hang out with Bob and Trenton at Fusion. I got to hang out with my Race City Defense guys, my Atlas guys, my Cardinal Arms guys. I got to go hit up all of the different booths that I really, really wanted to narrow in. I got to spend some time with my friends. Look, fam, it is, this two-way space is a big space and a small space all in one. And a lot of times you communicate with people regularly, right? Like, it's not uncommon for RGG to hit me up or me to hit him up. It's not uncommon for Major Havoc or Jeff from the Weapons Collective or any number of people that I call friends for us to be communicating, right? But it's rare for us to see each other because we're scattered all over the country. And so events like SHOT Show is a place where you really get to put eyes on folks, to dap people up, give people a hug. You know what I mean? Give people the love. So it was great being able to spend a little bit of time with RGG, a little bit of time with Major Havoc, a little bit of time with Jeff from the Weapons Collective, Tactical Beardy Dad, and on and on and on. So it was great. Clay from the 2011 Collective. It was great to see my people. And so awesome. It was an awesome experience. That part of it is always great. So a lot of people have said that, and I'll be curious to see what RGG thinks about this because I feel like there is a sense that SHOT Show was down this year. Like there wasn't the buzz, there wasn't the excitement. Somehow it wasn't as well attended. I didn't get that sense. Now, I do think that the gun industry, certain parts of the gun industry are a little down. I was talking to some of the ammo companies there, and they were talking about how their sales have been compacted in recent times. But some parts of the industry are exploding and doing well. And so I think it was a mixed bag, but I think every SHOT Show is kind of a mixed bag. Like I said, RGG is a vet of SHOT Show like me. I'm curious to hear what his thoughts are relative to that. But I enjoyed myself. And I feel like, it was time well spent. RGG said I spent 2 days the past few years, and it's been the most 100%. Because I think being there a shorter period of time forces you to focus in on really what's important. And if you're focused in on what's important, it's going to be more productive, right? Dennis Dixon, what's good, fam? So look, by the way, I have my 2A NLA Love Guns. Okay, look, go to the website, y'all, pick you up some merch. Stop playing with your boy. All right, look, let's get into it. These are the 10 guns that really stood out to me. Now, I'm going to make this disclosure. Obviously, my channel is a little bit 2011 centric. That said, I think if you watch my channel, you guys know I love long guns. I love shotguns. I love short-barreled rifles, and you see all that stuff on my channel. But I would definitely say I'm more of a pistol guy as I am a long gun guy. Let's see what my man said. Didn't see the crap. I actually enjoyed it more. I went to only boots I need to. Facts. And so there was, I didn't see, look, FN dropped a new version of the SCAR. Okay. There were a couple of other long guns there, but for the most part, fam, I wasn't really wowed. There was no, like, I remember going to last year's SHOT Show, and I saw that HK MR556H4, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. I gotta have that in my life. And of course, I picked it up last year, right? There was nothing in the long gun area that was new. There's certainly some guns out there, some long guns out there I want to add to the collection. I want to add a LaRue Tactical to my collection. I want to add an L&T to my collection. There's a few other ones out there, but these were not necessarily new guns that really had my attention in terms of long guns. I didn't see anything really new that was like, oh, I got to have it on the rifle side. There were some handguns, though, that are destined to find their way into my collection. Simply Bell, I got you, sis. I got you. And that's another thing, fam. In the next couple of weeks, hopefully by the next time I do a new live, I'm going to have a lot of new merch on the website. So be looking out for that. 100%. All right. So there were some handguns, though, that are definitely going to find their way in my collection. So hold on. I'm going to kind of bring these up kind of one at a time. Let's share screen. Man, I feel rusty. Like I ain't been live in a minute. I gotta get it all together. Hold on. All right, so the first one up is the Zermatt Arms Waltz 9. Now, if you guys are not familiar with this pistol, hold on. I got to respond to my boys because two of them hit me up. Drucker said, what about the Sons of Liberty Mark I? Major Havoc said, what about Major Havoc was saying the Mark I is nice. Well, the Mark I is already in my collection, so I really couldn't be fiending for that one because I've already picked the Mark I up. Review coming soon. Stop playing with your boy. All right? Just Hobby, salute. So the Waltz 9, fam. This is a 2011 feeling and fitted gun with a striker fire trigger. The internals have like a locking mechanism that has a little roller system. It's almost like a roller delayed pistol, right? I love this gun. The guys, I gotta say, before I got to SHOT Show, I was kind of skeptical of it, but I got there, and here's what was great. When I went over to this booth, I had Don from Venom with me, and I had Pat Rafferty with me. So I just sat back. I just sat back in the cut, and when the guy was doing his spiel and he broke down the gun and let you see all the internals, I was just kind of looking at Siege. Come on now. Actually, that's not true, Siege. There are going to be some more affordable options here. So they broke it down, and when I walked away from the booth, I asked Pat, I asked Don, what do you guys think? And they were like, that's a good gun. We like it. They thought it was innovative. They thought it was well made. They were very impressed with it. I had a great talk with the guys at the booth, and we will be getting one to the channel for review. I think this gun comes in just a shade under $5,000, so not an expensive gun. And certainly, if you're comparing it to other striker fire guns, it seems crazy. But I promise you, when you put it in your hands, it feels like a high quality 2011, even though it is striker fire. So be on the lookout for that one. That was one of the guns that had my attention. All right, let's go on to the next one. Now, this gun, the Waltz 9, I think, is leader in the clubhouse for most innovative gun of 2026. That honor went to the Jacob Gray Knox 9 last year. I think the Waltz is an early favorite. Let's put it that way. Is an early favorite for that award in 2026. This next one, since Siege was clowning me, saying, everything is going to be crazy expensive. While this gun is not cheap, it is arguably, I think, maybe the best value gun of 2026. Let me see if I can increase it a little bit. This is the Race City Defense Core. This gun is incredibly made. Now, it is not comped and it is not ported, but it is machined to the 9. It's an all metal gun. The trigger is amazing. It's what you would expect from a Race City Defense gun, but it is coming in at less than $3,000. I'll say it again. It's coming in at less than $3,000 for a gun like this. Bam. This is a $4,500, $5,000, $5,500 gun coming in at a sub $3,000 price point. This gun is crapping on any gun that's in that price range. Staccato, have a seat. Have a seat over there, sir. Have a seat over there. This gun is amazing. Amazing. And so we're definitely going to get a core out to the channel. I'm planning on adding a core to my collection, and I'm going to go crazy on this gun. You guys know I'm always looking for project gun opportunities. This is going to be one of them. This is going to be one of them. This is as good a base 2011. Like if somebody were to ask me, I want to buy my first 2011. I don't want to pay any more than $3,000. What gun would I buy? Before I would kind of name a few different offerings, Staccato and Bull and some of the other ones. No. It's the core. Well, all things ain't for all people. I'll say that, RGG. But keep in mind, y'all, that prior to the Turkish import guns coming in at $1,000 to $1,500 and the Prodigy coming in at $2,500, like the low point of 2011s was kind of like $2,500. And so you've got a gun that's in that price range now that is giving you way more than any other 2011 at that price point. Oh, see, now look, Siege was talking, and look where Siege at. Siege, you can almost buy 2 of these. For where your price point is, you can almost get 2. Look, this gun, like I said, I wouldn't call this a budget gun, but I would say from a value buy perspective, right? Value speaks to what budget to me implies affordability. Value implies to me what you're getting for the money. And I don't know if there is a better 2011 for the money than the Race City Defense Core. That gun is special. And if you got a chance to touch it, handle it, I think you guys would agree. All right, this next one is a variant. This picture isn't the actual picture of the gun that I'm speaking of, but it's a variant of it. So I will go ahead and share. This is the Vulcan 11. So you guys, yep. So I think the MPA is a great value buy. The MPA TC won best value 2011 and 2025. So I'm speaking more about new offerings though. that came out in 2026. So the 11, the Vulcan Machine Works 11 has been around for a couple of years. Production has been very, 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 very slow. I have had an opportunity to shoot it. It's a very good shooting gun. It's a very unique design. This year they came out with a new island barrel ported version that I think is dope. Hey, Liddy B in the building. Best yet journey. What's good? And so I'm excited about this. Not too excited because Vulcan has to get their production up. You know, between all the work that Vulcan does, kind of redoing firearms and the production of their own pistol, I don't know, maybe they're overwhelmed. I did talk to them about it, and you know, they just, I guess, ran into a lot of hurdles in the production the production process of the 11. Hopefully they get that worked out, because I think the new ported island barrel gun is exceptionally well done, and we should be getting one to the channel. We shall see. We shall see about that. Facts. Yeah. I mean, they look, Vulcan knows how to make a good looking gun. They know how to redo guns to make them looking good. They know what a good looking gun is supposed to be. They just got to step up their production. They didn't, fam. I not that I can recall. Not that I can recall. And I'm not a big fan of the Apollo 11. I think the updated one is going to be a step up, certainly from the original one. We'll see, though. We'll see. BTG, what's good, fam? What's good? All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, this is the Miller Precision Covert gun. It's a hybrid pistol. It dropped actually in 2025. What's unique about this kind of re-release, if you will, I felt like Miller missed the window. There was a lot of momentum on this gun coming out of SHOT Show, and they just took a really long time to get it to market. And by then, there were a lot of other pistols out there, the Dark Forge Wraith, the Cardinal, Race City Defense, a lot of other guns that kind of stepped up and filled that void. I think they're coming back, Jace. I think they're coming back now. They fine-tuned this gun a little bit more. They've got a 5-inch. They got a 4-inch. And I think they got a 4.6. So they're coming out with some different variants. J3, what's good, fam? Armchair Operator, what's good? So they're coming out with some different variants of the Miller. These variants are going to be kind of in the mid-4s, in the mid-4,500 range. And so be looking out for Miller Precision. Again, hopefully production will get ramped up. I know Covert is going to have some different versions in. I think they're also going to have a sight block variant of this gun. So I'm excited to see what Miller does. Yeah, Dennis. That's what they say, bro. I wouldn't hang my hat on that. I wouldn't hang my hat on that. Let me give you an example. Last year at their booth, Vulcan had indicated to Covert that ordered a bunch of pistols from them, that they were the next batch up after the batch that they were currently working on. That was in January of 2025. It is now February of 2026, and Covert hasn't seen one gun. So I caution you that it could very well be much longer than a year before you see the gun. Hey, sis. Hey, Tina. I haven't talked about the Dragon yet, but that is definitely one of the ones on the list that we're going to be discussing. All right, this next one is one. This is budget. This is a budget offering, fam. So look, I swung by my guys' booth at Fusion Firearms, and they, if you guys know, originally Fusion came out with the XP Pro, and I thought that gun was a very well done gun, particularly at the price point. And I bought one and upgraded it. I had Skip go in and delete the grip safety. He ported it for me, and that gun was recently won in the giveaway at the Heat Check Honors Award. My main man Thomas won it. Subsequent to that, they dropped a ported barrel for that gun, and so they created a ported version. Just recently, they came out with a comped version of that gun, and now they have dropped a hybrid pistol that is ported and compensated at a sub $2,000 price point. Again, they continue to bring a lot of value for the price. The other Fusion gun that I'm very excited about is their 3-inch. So let me say this, man. You guys know I love 2011s. I'm also a licensed CCW, so I carry 2011s as well. For years, I was moaning and complaining with some, because a 4.25 to me is for in a 2011, which is a heavier gun, all metal gun, right? It's too heavy to carry. So I'll carry my C2, which is 3.9 inch. And when Coast and Arms dropped that 3.5, I was like, oh, sold. Sold. And of course, Staccato has the CS. It's a little small for me. I like the Staccato 3.6. But the fact that now Fusion is coming out with essentially a 3-inch, and we'll get one of those out to the channel for review too. They're dropping a 3-inch carry gun. I can't wait to see how that gun shoots. It sounds like it's going to be snappy as all get out, but maybe not. Maybe not. I trust Bob and the guys at Fusion, so stand by for that. But this hybrid pistol, I'm very excited about that, and that is very, very budget friendly. All right. I talked about one of the early leaders in the clubhouse for most innovative gun of the year, and that was that Zermatt Arms gun. This is going to be one of the major competitors. And a couple of you have already asked me about it, so let's dive into it. Let me increase it. This is that Ride Out Arsenal Dragon. Look at it, fam. This is a crazy looking gun. The engineering is wild. It felt really, really good. Hey, my man, Don from Venom is in the building. Great hanging out with Don and Pat. We broke bread together. Awesome, awesome guys. Awesome experience. Can't wait to do it again. CK Kevin said that new Hex Pro is calling me. We'll talk about that one too. That's another gun on the list. So Diva, what it do, boo? What it do? So Armchair said that thing looked like it cost $50 million. Okay, look, it's not cheap, but it is coming in right around 4,000, maybe it's just a shade below 4,000. So cheaper than the Zermatt Arms gun. I don't know if I like this look. Okay, so Strategic Work said that is an ugly pistol. Yeah, I don't know if I like the look, but I appreciate the innovation. And what are we always complaining about, man? That there's no innovation in the industry. Everybody is just copying other people's homework. And so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get one out to the channel because I'm in California. I just can't order one, but I'm interested to get my hands on one. I'll do everything I can to try to get one into the channel. I think it's worthwhile from a collector's perspective, and so um, there's that. Floss and Farmer, what's good? See, Don said he'd rock it. Like I said, I think the ingenuity is what's amazing, and I applaud that. I applaud that. Major Havoc said it's innovative yet fugly. Yeah, no doubt. 280 P2 Honcho or Reaper if you had to choose. Reaper. Look, I think the Honcho is a ton of fun. I think the Reaper is almost as flat, almost has actually maybe flat, but almost has as little recoil impulse and is constructed better. So if I was choosing between, if I could only get one, of course I have both. Stop playing with your boy. But if I could only get one, I would probably get the Reaper. All right. That is the Dragon. Rawr. Somebody brought this one up, so let's talk about it. Jacob Gray dropped another winner, and the Jacob Gray booth was lit. Let me just say that. When I look at how Jacob Gray just continues to evolve every year, I'm so proud of those guys and the way they have grown. If you guys have been following their projection, they started with the guys, salute. They started with the TWC9, then came out with the TWC9 Black, then the TWC9 Covert Edition, then the Hex. Then they dropped the Jacob Gray Nox 9 on you, again, which won for most innovative 2011 of 2025, and shut the game down with that one. Now they back that up with a few things, but primarily the Hex Pro. And it looks like they've kind of taken some of that ingenuity and that innovation from the Nox 9, along with some of the aesthetics from the original Hex, to form the Hex Pro, which is a comped pistol or a chunk ported pistol. And so, look, fam, I liked it. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. It felt great in the hands. I'm sure it's going to be a good seller for them. I'm wondering though, my only hesitation is where it's going to do, how it's going to do at the price point. And it's coming in at $4,800, right? Remember the Jacob Gray was coming in at like 35, 36, 38. The Hex, the original Hex, was coming in kind of between 35 and 38, I think. Now it's jumped up $1,000. Straight line. What's good, fam? Now it's jumped up $1,000. So I don't know. This is not an ad for me to my collection. I don't think, because I already have the Covert limited edition TWC9, which is why I didn't buy the other Hex. And now I have the Nox 9. And so I don't know. But if I didn't have those two, this will definitely be one I would be considering. And as my guys, Strategic Work and Major Havoc are saying, it's a 4.6-inch barrel. So look, it's an attractive gun. I'm sure it's a phenomenal shooter. We will get one into the channel to review 100%. So rest assured, even if it's not a buy for me, I'm still going to try to get all of these into the channel to review. And we definitely will be getting the Hex Pro to review. The other thing they've done is now they have the Knox 9 Limited, which is a non-ported, non-compensated Knox 9. If you're wondering, well, what's so great about that? If you are shooting limited optics, that would be a great gun to shoot. And again, relative to a lot of the high-end 2011s in that range, this comes in at a significant discount to Atlas, which, by the way, have increased their guns with the V3. And so while we're here, why don't we talk about Atlas really quickly? 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. I don't. There was some talk, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the non-2011 pistols, but no doubt, SHOT Show was dominated by the 2011 this year, 100%, and that's been gradual. Like I said, me and my man RGG, we go back when it comes to SHOT Show. I think there were probably only a few companies, maybe Staccato and one or two others, that were out there at SHOT Show in the very first SHOT Show we went to. Now 2011s are everywhere. If you have a booth and you don't have a 2011, people are looking at you funny. Marcus Oliver, what's good, fam? What's good with you? So Atlas has dropped their V3s versions. Here's what I would say. If you don't own an Atlas, that's a great time to buy an Atlas because the V3 has a few improvements over the V2s. If you already have a V2, though, I don't think there's any reason to run out and upgrade to a V3. I think the jump from like V1 to V2 was pretty significant. I think the jump from V2 to V3 is kind of nuanced. And so, look, I think Atlas makes some of the most incredible guns on planet Earth, but the V3 is not earth-shattering. Like I said, much more nuanced improvements. We're going to do a video comparing like V2 guns to the V3s and kind of walk you through that, and talking to Adam from Atlas. He is going to be doing a lot more content on their channel as well. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And the V3s come with a much higher price point. Atlas prices keep ratcheting up. All right. Let's jump into the next one. This one I thought was an interesting offering as well. This is the Vector, or the VKTR VK9 Pro. Whoa, I took it down. My bad, y'all. I took it off the screen. Okay, there we go. So this gun is a new offering from Vector. Vector is better known for their AR-15s, and this is their first attempt at a 2011. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. They have a ported model and a non-ported model. They're coming in, if my memory serves well, right around that $4,000 price point. And I thought it was a good gun. There were some things. Get rid of that grip safety. So this is a message to all 2011 manufacturers. In 2026, nobody wants a grip safety, bro. Nobody. Get rid of these grip safeties. Stop playing and get rid of these grip safeties. I thought the trigger was solid. I thought the fit and finish was solid. It's a polymer grip gun. I prefer an aluminum, but I think they do have an aluminum. They do have an aluminum grip version coming. But I like it. I thought it was a good gun. That part. That part, Kev. 100%, bro. No more. I'm good. I'm good. So look, I thought it was a good gun. Again, at this price point, the question is with a lot of these guns, if I'm only going to buy one, is this the gun I'm buying at 4,000? I don't know if that's the gun I'm buying at 4,000. Major Havoc, let me ask you this question because you were there. I'm sure you looked at the Vector. Would you rather have this Vector at 4,000 or would you rather have the Race City Defense Core at 3? I think personally, I would rather have the Race City Defense Core at 3, and let me put 1,000 into that gun, and it's going to smoke the VKTR. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would rather have the Core because I feel like it's as good, if not better construction, better parts at $1,000 less, and I can make that gun with $1,000 into it. I can make that gun look insane. I can make that gun look insane. And so I don't think I'm going to try to get one of these into the channel for review. I don't know if this would be a buy for me, but I thought it was a good gun. I really did. I thought it was a good gun, a well-made gun. I would, if I was buying in the $4,000 range, it would be one I would take a look at. I don't know if it would be the one that I would buy. That's what I would say about that one. Talked about the Dragon, talked about the Vector, talked about the Hex Pro. Oh, okay. I think this is the 10th one. This is an interesting one. This was an interesting one. Oh, too big. If I can. All right. This is the Phoenix Trinity H2. I believe that's what it's called. The Phoenix Trinity H2. This is a ported gun from Phoenix Trinity. Now, I saw this gun a little while ago. I saw it in the raw. And in the raw, I got to say, I didn't like it as much. When I saw it in person, I liked it more. I think it's a well-made gun. I think it looks really, really good. There's always going to be a question when it's Phoenix Trinity is, never so much about, their componentry, and never really so much about the shootability. It's always a matter of kind of their QC and their customer service. That's their whole. I think that's what's preventing them from being Atlas. But I thought it was a good looking gun. It felt gun. It felt good. Okay, Major Havoc raised what I think is the real issue here. Major Havoc said he didn't get the price point. So, Major Havoc, I think you would agree that it's a good looking gun, felt good in the hands, all that. Is it worth $6,900? It's a $7,000 gun. Now, that's cheaper than, say, an Erebus these days. That's cheaper than an Artemis these days. I don't know, though, if I'm paying that for that gun. That's the question. Is it worth $6,900? I got to shoot it. So we're going to get one to the channel. We're definitely going to do a review on it. For me, it would be this or the Honcho V2, and I think I'd rather have the Honcho V2 because I think The V2 is just a stupid good, a stupid fun gun. So I'm curious about this gun. Now, look, let me say this. I knew about the Honcho V2 and had one in my hands way before it came out. Way before it came out. And when they were like, oh, it's $6,500, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And then I got it out to the channel for a review. And then I shot it. I was like, oh, I want it. So it could be the same with this gun. I haven't shot it. Thomas, what's good, fam? I haven't shot it yet, so maybe when I shoot it, it will change my mind. But for right now, I want to see how it shoots. I want to see how it shoots. Let me see. And I think that's 10. Let me see if I missed any. The Zermatt, the Core, the Vulcan 11. Oh, no, there's one more. The Miller, Dragon, Hex Pro, Phoenix Trinity, and Fusion. Okay. This last one, y'all, is the one that I am most excited about. Of all the guns that I saw at SHOT Show, this one will definitely be in the collection. I will be buying it. It's the gun that I've been waiting on. And I feel like it was the crown jewel, if you will, of SHOT Show this year. And that is the Cardinal Arms. Oops, sorry. Let me see if I was trying to get more of it. That is the Cardinal Arms Comp. I thought that this gun was amazing, you guys. The fit and finish on this gun. Now, this is just a prototype gun. It's going to look even more amazing when it comes out. But I can tell you, again, this was one where I was at the Cardinal booth, which was really the Atlas booth, with Don from Venom and with Pat Rafferty from Rafferty Customs. And they were like, oh my God, that gun is amazing. They said that also about the Core, by the way. They were like, that gun is amazing. And so, look, fam, I can't wait to get my hands on the Cardinal Comp. Not sure when it will be released, but it's unbelievable. It's unbelievably well done. O'Brien said he got the Core and loves it. Yeah. That Core is amazing for the money, and this gun is phenomenal. I am very, very excited. Cardinal Arms, look, let me tell you like what I've been going through with Cardinal Arms. So Cardinal Arms dropped the G2, and I was like, oh, this gun aesthetically is beautiful. And then I felt it, and I was like, oh my God, this gun is made amazing. Then I shot it. And I was like, what in the hell? I was like, oh, I want one. I'm going to buy one. And I was like, the only thing I don't like is that it wasn't ported. And Chris was like, oh, there's a ported one coming. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till the ported one comes, right? Then the G2P dropped, which was the G2 ported version. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is amazing. And then I shot it, and it was even better than the G2. I was like, oh, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. And Chris was like, they're going to come out with a comp version. What? Damn. Okay, I'm going to wait for the comp. And bam, it is unbelievable. Tina, I haven't shot it yet. It is, but we're getting the channel. We're going to get a prototype version soon out to the channel to do a review on it. But I'm telling you, if it shoots anything like its predecessors, then it's gonna kill it. Now, again, the gun they had there is just a prototype. They are going to refine it. Some parts of the gun may change. Some people are saying, aesthetically, some things will look different. There's talk about it coming out as a hybrid pistol. All that is speculation for now, but we will see. We will see. It is going to be, but that's going to be the Cardinal Arms that I buy 100%. Whether it comes out as a hybrid or it's just a comp or some variation thereof, that's the one I'm pulling the trigger on, literally and figuratively. This is the one. All right. So look, fam, those are the 10 guns that I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. Those were the ones where I was like, yeah, go ahead, give them to me. Give them to me, right? Let's talk a little bit about the misses. I did feel like there were a few misses at SHOT Show. Not that I think these are bad guns. I just don't know. I don't see a place for them in the market. They're not buys to me, and I thought I'd share them with you. The first up is the Staccato C4X. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're on YouTube, that gun is all over the place. Everybody, it was the talk of the town, for better or worse. It's essentially the Staccato 3.6 with a comp on it. I think the gun is great. I think it looks good, shoots good, all the things. Where it is a miss for me, and CK Kevin brought it up, is the price point. At $3,800, it doesn't make any sense to me. The 3.6, this is nothing but a 3.6 with a Radian Ramjet on it. I mean, let's just keep it 100, right? The comp is cool. It's cool. It ain't like earth-shattering comp. It's cool. But essentially, you want $1,300 more for a Radian Ramjet on the front of the gun. The core at $2,999 is crapping all over this gun. It's crapping all over this gun. I don't. It's a non-starter for me. Now I'm sure some people are going to buy it because it's Staccato. I'm sure some people are going to buy it because it's Staccato. I don't understand. That gun should be like $2,900. If the standard kind of 3.6 is 25, that gun, throw a Radian Ramjet on it. Essentially, that's what you're doing. $500 more, should be $3,900. $2,999. $3,800 is crazy. You're so close to $4,000. First of all, let's talk about a gun that's $200 cheaper. The Masterpiece Arms DS9 Hybrid TC that has a real comp on it. That shoots like it's a $5,500. It's $200 cheaper than this gun. There's no way. I'm not saying it's a bad gun at all. I'm just saying, relative to what's in the marketplace, it makes no sense to me. So that's a hard pass for me. I feel like Staccato missed. Team Blacksmith, what's good, fam? I felt like they just missed the mark with the price on this gun. If it costs that much for them to produce, they shouldn't have produced it, in my humble opinion. Again, I hung out with the guys at Staccato booth. Great guys. The rep out here in California, awesome guy. And again, it's built like a Staccato. Great DLC. Feels great in the hand. Shoots probably great. It's the price. It's what they want for the gun for what it is. And I just think it's way too expensive. My man Thomas, what's good? So yeah, fam, that one I felt was a miss. Let me tell you the other gun that I feel was a miss for me. This is hard for me to say because y'all know I love me some Atlas gun works. This is not an Atlas gun though, although it's a collaboration gun. The Agency Arms Project Alias, which is the Agency Arms collaboration with Atlas, right? I don't have a picture of the gun, but it's all over the it's all over the place. It's a very attractive looking gun. That said, for the price point, it makes no sense to me. I want to say because somebody put what that gun is costing in the chat. I want to say it's $7,500, but I want somebody to confirm that for me. I think it's $7,500. At $7,500, fam, is it 7,000 or 7,500? Hold on one second. Let me check. Let me check real quick. I'm not seeing it. I don't have it at my fingertips. Yeah, oh, Bustin' Gun, Major Havoc, 75, X Factor, 7,500. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's too, look, for all intents and purposes, it's an Athena, it's an Atlas Athena with a ported barrel and a different slide pattern. No, it's not ported, it's not compensated. I'm not paying $7,000 plus for an Athena. Like, I'd rather have an Atlas Apollo if I'm keeping it 100. There are any number of guns. I would rather have a Knox 9 that's comped and ported and looks better. For 5,800. I'd rather have a Dark Forge Reaper for that same price point. Again, ported and comped, crazy construction, crazy shooter, right? I don't know, bro. No. Oh, I'd rather have a Valor Vanta 9 for 6. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know. To me, that's like a $5,500 gun. To me, that gun should be competing directly with the Cardinal Arms G2. And if I'm keeping 100, I'd probably rather have the G2. I'd probably rather have the Cardinal Arms G2, non-ported to non-ported. I'd probably rather have the G2. So I'm sure that gun shoots amazing. It's a pretty gun, all of that. But once you talk about the gun itself, you have to put it in context with the other guns that are similarly priced. And when you do that, the gun doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they should have done that gun. They either should have made that a hybrid gun or a comp gun or a ported gun. For that kind of price, it should have been that. Where the way the gun is constructed, it really should be, in my opinion, a $5,500 gun and not a $7,000 plus gun. Just way too much money. So to me, that was a miss. I don't know. Look, Agency does a great job marketing their guns. So maybe they'll find an audience for it or a market for it. I don't know how many of these they're planning to produce. I'm sure some people are going to buy it. I just don't know if this is going to be something they're planning on mass producing, where they're going to be producing, 50 to 100 units every single month. I don't know if there's that kind of market out there for that gun at that price. So to me, that's a miss. That's a misfire. Let me tell you about the other miss. Can I just say, this company has been, it might be 7,500. A co-worker was able to get one allocated. Honda Rider, what's up? First of all, what's good? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind the chat. ABM, what's good, fam? Okay, so they're doing 25 a month. In my opinion, that's probably about 20 too many. That's probably about 20. Look, but here's what I am not. I am not a hater. If they can sell 25 a month consistently, then by all means, like, do you, boo boo? Do you? Don't. They should know more than me about the market. It's what they do. And so I'm sure they've done their research, but yeah, it's not a buy for me, because to me, it doesn't make any sense at the price point. I mean, that's probably true too, but as a collector, I'm not interested in, because I still want to shoot my guns. And the collectors, I don't think there are 25 collectors a month that are going to want that. Yeah, I know some guys who just buy it because it's available. I It just doesn't make sense to me. So that's a miss for me. Let me give you my last let me get you my last miss. And in my opinion, this company has been missing for the better part of a decade. Certainly the last 6, 7 years. Ronald Woodman, you a little late to the party, bro. You done missed everything. You done missed everything, but catch it on the replay, fam. Catch it on the replay. To me, the other miss was the Gen 6 Glock. Look, fam, I don't understand. I don't understand. Look, the trigger is nominally better. It still sucks. And the grip texture is better. And I think they did some other little small. It's a Glock. I don't look. Glock is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We gonna change some nothingness on this gun. They still are so far behind with all the other companies, how all the Glock clone companies have done. I don't get it. I don't know what Glock is doing. Right. Facts. Look, it's a Glock. Yeah, it's what it is. It 100% Major Havoc is still a Glock. Um, agreed, Jay. Favorite polymer striker fired, probably the Agency Arms, the Agency Arms Glock clones. I like them. My Covert G Wagon Glock clone. I like them. I like the VP9. I love my FN 509 tactical that's ported. That gun is sick. Out of the box though, it's just, look, fam. I owned all of the Striker Fire guns. Right? I owned all of them, and I never. When I started getting into 2011s, the shooting experience with most of these Striker Fire guns, if not all of them, sucked. Even the best of them. So I have a hard time rustling up the energy or the enthusiasm for Striker Fire guns. My man said the Zev OZ9 Hypercomp. I mean, look, PDP. I had a dope PDP, gave it away on the channel. Ah, my God. That is quite easy, sir. And if you had been here earlier, I would have told you the core, the Ray City Defense core 100%. I told the I told the chat that there is nothing that's at that price range. And I would argue, nothing close to that price range that compares to the core. It is ridiculous. I don't know why anybody would buy a Staccato. I don't know why anybody would buy a Bull. What you guys did with that gun is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. The second I get one, I can't wait to get one into the channel to review. And of course, I'm going to be adding a core to my collection. I think there's that gun. I also said this, that is the leader in the clubhouse so far of best value 2011 of 2026 when the Heat Check Honors Award show comes around. If somebody beats the Ray City Defense core out for best value buy, I mean, they did it. Because I don't know how you get a better value than that. That gun is awesome. I think it's going to be sub 2K. I think it's going to be sub 2K. I looked at it. I felt it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I don't know. There's so much competition, though, in that space. And now with Fusion Firearms coming out with the Comp Pro model, I think, again, some of these guys, keep in mind, the Sabre 11 was at the last SHOT Show. And they still don't have a production model out there. So sometimes people come up with an idea, and they take so long to get to the market that the market has already passed them by. I'm a little worried about that relative to the Sabre 11. I think that the Turkish imports market and all of those guns at that price point, they keep elevating and elevating and elevating. You know, Fusion Firearms is on their third or fourth rendition. The Apollo 11 has another rendition. They've made the original one and they've improved upon it. And all these companies are improving on their guns. I don't know how PSA does a great job marketing. I'm sure they'll sell their fair share. 100%. You and me both, my friend. Ha! You and me both. Well, look, it's worth the wait. Ha! That's what I can tell you. It's worth the wait, Black King, 100%. That part. That's the other thing that frustrates. Look, man, don't get me started on Bull. Let me hold my tongue. Let me just say, I don't know. I don't know. They're never available, and yeah. I'm not sure. See, the core hasn't started shipping yet. I think it's going to start shipping soon. Ray City Defense, if you could holler in the chat when you think the production models are going to drop, but hopefully soon, Siege. I don't think that's a bad take. I think for the money, the Kimber is giving you more for the money. There's no doubt about that. I think they're aesthetically better looking guns, and I think that you get more for the money. Are they as reliable, dependable as say a Staccato? Maybe not that, but I think you're definitely getting more for the money. That's a fact, CK. That is a fact. Look, I said that I did a video on like 10 reasons why you should buy a 2011 and then 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy a 2011. And one of the reasons why I said you shouldn't buy one was that once you do, you will be spoiled for life. It is very hard to go back once you've experienced a quality 2011. Okay, the RCD core arrived at Real Street. So they're shipping. And somebody in the chat said they had one. So look, Siege, they're shipping now. So be looking, if you want a core, be looking out for them because they're shipping now. All right, fam. Look, let's get into these giveaways. I'm gonna give away a Reptilla grip. So hold on, let me share my screen. All right, so for the Reptilla grip that is redone by Clutch, put hashtag Clutch in the chat. She 100% is, Gina. She 100% is headed to Snobville. No doubt. No doubt. Hey Siege, did you receive your charger? Let me know. I sent it out. So it should be, you should, if you haven't received it already, you should be receiving it. Hashtag Clutch. And you'll also get a 2A NLA Gun Snob sticker, patch, and keychain. Stop playing with your boy. While we're waiting, fam, just a couple of notes. I dropped a video earlier today, and we got another video dropping on the channel. So if you could go by and support those videos. Let me see which one we got dropping tomorrow. Change. Drop hashtag Clutch in the channel. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes for that. So I dropped an Olight video today, so make sure you check that out. And tomorrow morning, we're doing a re-review. Hey, TK, we're doing a re-review of the Watchtower demolition. So make sure you guys check that video out in the morning. Also, make sure you're subscribed to Heat Check Radio. Shanna and Gina, if you guys could put the link for Heat Check Radio in the description. I'm going to be dropping a video on Wednesday morning, kind of coming at the recent shootings in Minnesota from an angle that I don't think other people are talking about. I think that will be a real insightful and informed video. And so make sure you guys check that out. All right, let's go ahead and get this giveaway cracking. Hashtag clutch going once, going twice, going 3 times, gone. Brian Twitty, congrats, fam. Congrats. So look, here's what you need to do, fam. Go to 2anla@gmail.com, 2 spelled out TWOANLA @gmail.com. Gina or Shanna, if you could drop that in the chat, the email address in the chat, and shoot me out your address and name, and we will get that out to you ASAP. Congratulations, Brian. All right. All right, this next giveaway is for the Olight C. Bam. Great little optic. Of course, you'll get a sticker, patch, keychain along with this as well. This is a members only giveaway. All the members are in there, fam. If you're not a member, stop sleeping. I am already, the wheels are turning for giveaways. Look, fam, I got a bunch of great project guns that are coming into the channel. I am pretty sure that we're going to be giving away some of these really nice project guns that I'm doing. So if you're not a member of the channel, you're going to blow it. And I might not do, a lot of times I give you guys time, I might just drop one. So make sure you're a member. All right. Let's get the wheel turning. Let's go. Oh, OG Tank. I don't think I've seen Siege. You almost won that optic, by the way. It's close. OG Tank, congratulations. I don't think I've seen Tank in the chat, but Tank, you have until the next giveaway, my man, to hit me up with your address and information, or else the Olight goes back into the kitty. Oh, right. Congrats to tonight's winners. Thanks everybody for coming out. I really appreciate everything you guys do to support me. Shout out to the world's greatest mods, Shanna and Gina versus Gina, for all that you do for the channel. It does not go unnoticed. As a reminder, again, I am nominated for Gun Snob. Head over to regulargunguy.com and vote for your boy. All right. Look, fam, I'm shutting it down. It's been a long day. We've been going about an hour and a half. Again, really appreciate you guys and all you do. All right. Have a fantastic week. Be safe and stay out of the way. Late.